This is a high-grade build diver re-rise load Astray double rebake. It looks more or less like an advanced version of the Astray no-name. The head is spiky and also concealed, a bold design for sure. The first thought of me seeing this head is a question. How the hell does it see outside with all the armor blocking its view? But there is actually a pink mono eye on the forehead. Presumably it's the main camera? I can't say for sure. It's pretty interesting how a Gundam has a mono pink eye as its camera. There is not much detail on the outer armor. Speaking of which, let's see how it looks like without the red cloak and the extra parts for transformation. Just pop them out one by one. I don't know what you think, but without the giant red cloak and that reversal mode feet on the back of the legs, it looks a lot sharper and cooler. I like it this way more, so slim and thick. But stripping off the red cloak do leave some connection parts out that looks pretty weird, like those two bumps on the shoulder and in the center of the chest where it is supposed to be the exhaust port, but there is nothing there. After all, the cloak on with that redundant feet on the back is what it was designed to be viewed, so we will be looking at that instead. As you can see here, half of the sticker space is occupied by these two. And these two stickers are really weird. They are used for the top of the shoulder armor piece. They are just red piece completely covered by this white sticker. Why don't you just give us two more white pieces? This is really confusing to me. It's not like there are not a lot of white parts for this kit. On the contrary, half of the main body is white. So what is this? Why that big of a sticker for a part's entire surface? The yellow part on the crotch is a separate piece, but these giant stickers, I just don't get it, you know? It's not like it looks good or anything. Besides these two stickers, I don't have much problems with the look anywhere else. Well, the yellow stickers used on the back is also a bit odd, but understandable. This Astray's whole color scheme is really awesome. Normally, these sharp suits will have high saturation and bright colors, but this one somehow keeps all the sharpness with a low saturation and cool color set. White body with a light purple frame. Deep blue nicely merging into the white with these beautiful curves. The green tone stickers also add that extra little bit, makes it look even better. And on top of all that, a very stylish and equally sharp looking crimson cloak gives it a strong and neat contrast. I know I'm going to paint it at the first sight of my eyes. Now let's check the articulation. The head can't really rotate 360 with the armor on. The yellow antenna will block it. It can look down and up, but not a lot, and if you push it down too much, it will split the antenna. The shoulder can do a 360. All the pieces on the right cloak can all move a little bit, but not a lot. The rotation on top of the arm is also restricted by the armor. You can bend the arm about this much. You can't really move the hand that much even though it is a ball joint. The waist articulation is pretty normal for a high-grade kit. Even though the front skirt armor is not fixed, its movement is very limited. Therefore, you can only do a front kick like this. The side skirt does not interfere with the leg a lot though. The back skirt is fixed as usual. As you can see here, the back of the leg gets this extra feet for the transformation. This feet is really loose. As you can see here with this part on, it can't really bend that much. Even with pulling this thing out, the articulation doesn't really improve that much. The feet has one ball joint and one waddle joint. As you can see, you can't really play with this kit a lot. The articulation is limited and the armor is just so clustered. If you want to pose it, you are going to drop a lot of pieces. This kit does not come with any handheld weapon. All the weapons are on the red cloak. Like this very loose part, it can actually be ejected. This kit comes with two soft metal rods. You can plug them into the inside of the shoulder armor. And there is a hole on the feather piece.
Since this feather blade is pretty light, it does not need any stand to lift it up.
And it works on both sides like this.
It also has two beam sabers. Just rotate the outer armor and you can attach the beam saber effect parts onto the end. There's a short one and a long one, just shoot whatever you want. Finally, there are two rope buster rifle. Detach this part of the red cloak, pull out this part and just detach the hand and install them. Bend the arm first before attaching it back. As you can probably tell by now, this thing is so loose. This thing got so many loose parts. It is really a torture to play with. Now, after showing you all the weapons, let's check out the main attraction of this kit, so-called the reversal mode. It sounds fancy, but to be honest, it's just a werewolf. The first step for the transformation is detaching all the red cloak part. But you see, this kit already did it for me when I was trying to show you all its weapons. So thanks, Bandai. Now what do we have left here is pop off the shoulder armor piece. What do you need to do for the head is you need to split this antenna open, squish it and turn the antenna up. You need to detach these two pieces, reverse the arm, same on the other side, and attach them back. For the shoulder red cloak, what you need to do is first pop this thing off, rotate the white part, turn it down, and pop that thing back on in a different place. Detach the claws, put them on the contrary side. Reverse the leg, detach the feet. Then you move the leg in the following steps. And now the legs are done. Put the armor back and it will be the extended claw. Pop the shoulder armor on. And now it is done. This thing is so tall I had to move up my camera a bit. As you can see, it become extremely thin and slim. Also, the arm part just doesn't look right, since there is not an actually arm here, just an extended armor piece. This kit also comes with a stand. It's a simple stand, but pretty useful. This stand is used for the normal mode. If you want to use it for the reversal mode, you need to pop an extended part on. That way this kit can actually stand up, not crumbling to pieces every time you try to set it up. I think it looks pretty cool.
It also become a lot taller and larger, so let's have a little comparison here with an high grade and a master grade kit. And it did become the height of a normal master grade kit, though a lot thinner and more spiky looking. Reminds me a lot of the Barbatos Lupis, but much more beast looking because of the legs. They are positioned as animal legs instead of human legs. The arms in this mode looks fake when you see it in the front. The forearm is too empty and you can clearly see the humanoid hand there, but if you look it at the side way, it is not bad at all. The articulation in this mode sucks. Since the back skirt is fixed and it is using the back of the body, the legs movement is really limited. The bend in the middle was not good at first, and in this mode it requires it to be bent as a normal stand, so there is no articulation at all. The bottom joint of the leg has the same problem. It cannot move forward even for a little bit, so even it looks cool and all, can't really pose it much. There is actually a extra joint at the top of the legs, but it doesn't really help with the articulation that much in this mode. The feet for this mode is way too loose to stand safely. The stand is not an option, but a necessity here. Another small problem with this mode is those two stickers on the chest. Bandai, you already gave me a yellow runner, why can't you just add two more parts? If this one is a color separation instead of a sticker, it will look so much better. But this is what we got. Overall, the reversal mode, yeah, pretty cool, but I like the normal mode more, so I'm going to have that in my shelf instead. All in all, this kit is one with pretty prominent good and bad. The aesthetic of it really catches me and a lot of people. With and without red cloak and the reversal mode, none of which is bad looking. They are all on my shelf display level looking, but the bad is equally prominent. This kit is the second most loose kit in my entire Gunpla hobby life so far, and I was assembling Gunpla from elementary school to adult life, so it is not a kit for you to play around at all. If you want to have a kit to do all kinds of poses, maybe you should go pick another kit instead, like the
Revive Charzaku, that one is fantastic when it comes to poses. This one, unfortunately, is going to be on that little stand of it on my shelf in the rest of its life. So if you like the look and does not care much about the articulation and posing, buy it by all means. The look of it is my favorite among this year's Gunpla, and I am also going to paint it with a gradient color scheme and make another video on that too later. So if you want to see that, remember to subscribe and give it a like. That's basically it. Tell me how you feel and what you feel about this kit in the comment section. See you all in the next one.